I woke up and was about to start recording, and then Boo came over and laid his head on me, and I fell back asleep. It's very calming. And then I felt very at peace, very calm, and I go to start recording, and I tap on my phone to hit record, and it doesn't register my tap, and then I get furious, and but now I'm back. I can see that and recognize I got frustrated for a moment. It's okay, and come back down. I learned that from a video I watched on YouTube last night, which I had seen, not that particular video, but a video saying the same type of thing uh, I, a lot of times. I can't think of a number. I was going to say 100. Say 100 times, but it's not really. It's probably realistically more like in the 30s range, but that doesn't sound like that many. But I've seen it a lot. That type of message or reasoning, and it sinks in for like a day, and maybe a few days, and then it's gone. Oh, Boo's back. He like went away when I got frustrated, and now he's back on the bed. So I yeah I'm a so I'm, cats are the best. They, I mean, not to say other animals aren't the best too, but cats are kind of the best ones. It's not up for debate or anything. It's just a fact. So, and if you disagree, that's fine too. Oh, wow, there's a jackhammer going off in the distance. So if you hear that, it's the podcast, not where you are. So there's no confusion over where the jackhammer sound's coming from. There's some construction going on. I hear that it's impossible to build in Los Angeles, yet I see buildings going up all over the place. Big, expensive apartment buildings that have retail space that nobody wants to fill. I don't know. Nobody goes to the store. I guess that's not true. There's still stores, some places that I see people in, but there's all these empty ones. So I don't know what you do with those. I'd like to open a store. I feel like if I could go into an empty store that nobody's rented for like 2 years, I should be able to be like, hey, let me have a shot at having a store. Well, then I have to stock it. That takes money. I would start out with just stuff in my house. It'd be like a garage sale, but a store, and then hopefully make some money, and then what kind of what kind of store do I do? I mean, I love a convenience store. Could just be a 7-Eleven, but not a 7-Eleven. My own 7-Eleven, open all night. I like anything that's open all night. You can do that. Maybe combine it with another kind of store, like a pet store, like pet toys and stuff, pet food, all that, like a full pet store and a 7-Eleven. It's like 7-Eleven and pet store. Not as big as a Petco, but but still a reasonably sized pet store. All right, that's my pitch. I'm gonna go see if I can get some investors, so I don't have to start off selling stuff. I don't really have anything to sell. I saw a thing that what's Gary Vaynerchuk. This is years ago. Me and Jacqueline were watching his videos where he was going around the garage sales and buying mugs and then selling them on eBay and making a profit. Just buying all these mugs because he'd get them for like a quarter and then he'd sell them for like $2 and they'd be like, look, I made all this money. But it's like, it was a lot of work, it seemed like, for what he was doing. He had to drive around in New Jersey, find all these garage sales, then talk these people down, then go through the whole eBay of posting on eBay. And he had some team doing all this stuff. He wasn't doing a lot. Why am I even talking about it? Hey, let's stick to the plan here. 7-Eleven plus, well, we can't call it 7-Eleven, we'll come up with something else. But it sounds like 7-Eleven. It sounds like enough like 7-Eleven and looks like the logo, so you get it. And then plus pet store, Maybe even throwing another store in there. A bookstore? Nah, not a bookstore. I don't read. I love the idea of a bookstore. I like bookstores. I like walking into them and acting like I read. Like, oh, that looks like a good book. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been meaning to get this, but not right now. And then I like independent bookstores. I don't like this Barnes and Noble shit. Barnes and Noble's fine. I mean, unless they're bad. I don't know if they're a bad company, but they are. Yeah, I'm not going to add a bookstore to the 7-Eleven plus pet store. I don't know. I think we need another business on there too. Maybe like a Brookstone type of place. I mean, I know they went out of business because nobody bought their shit. But if you just have it on there as an extra thing, because no one's going to buy this stuff. They're going to sit in the massage chair. They're going to look at the whatever, this and that, whatever fucking, I can't even remember what they would have. Drones and whatever. So people look at the Brookstone stuff, then they leave. And then, but then they might buy some in the pet store and convenience store. I think that's it's 7-Eleven plus pet store plus Brookstone. And yeah, it's going to have to be called something else, but that's going to be the store I open. I'm not, and records. Even though I always want to get into vinyl, and it's just, I have a few. It's nice to put on every once in a while, but yeah, I'm never going to be a vinyl person. I got to just accept that. Maybe it's a record store that you don't buy records. Get rid of the Brookstone. A record store, you don't buy anything. You flip through it to remind yourself, oh yeah, this is what I want. And then you just get it on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you use. But you're just there to like look at the record. But why are you going to buy it? You already pay your music bill. So listen to it on there. And I don't even need the records. I just need the covers. I guess you kind of need the records in there for the weight, but they don't need to be like in good condition or anything, because no one's going to play them. So yeah, and people try to buy them, like, no, not for sale. Because if you take it, then and like, how do you make money? I don't. Well, that's what the pet store's for, and the convenience store that's it. You got to buy like the Slurpee. That's not the Slurpee. You got to buy some shit, and then you're allowed to go into the record store and flip. You just can't go in there for nothing. I got to make a profit. I'm not happy with the system, but I got to live in it. So we got to make money. I like to give away the food in the convenience store. Can't do it. Until if I'm a billionaire. If I'm a billionaire, right? I become a billionaire. I would have a store and just be like, yeah, it's all free. And I don't know how you keep people from going crazy in there or whatever, because people won't know how to act. I'll figure it out. I'll have somebody else figure it out, because I'm a billionaire, But yeah, you can go. I'll be like, this is Ralph's, grocery store, Stop and Shop, whatever, and you just go in, you fill up your cart, but not like, don't be a dick about it. Just get the shit you would get if you were buying it. And then, yeah, don't cost anything. Yeah, just go home. Yeah, you go through the checkout, and they're like, yeah, go get out of here. They'll scan everything, too, so I know what's going out the door. But yeah, you can self checkout, but don't fucking just don't not scan something. Like, because that's what you're used to with the self-checkout. I mean, I scan everything. I don't try to steal self-checkout. It just feels like they must be watching. They always got I always feel like the security guys always looking at me at self-checkout. And if I get a bag, they're like, did you put in you're getting a bag? They don't say that, but I always do. I don't try to steal a bag. Okay, there's been times I didn't realize I needed a bag till I asked, or I hit zero at a habit, because I usually have like a bag with me, and in those instances I did steal a bag. No one seemed to have a problem with it, but I'm just saying, sometimes I feel like they're keeping an eye on me, so I'm extra like not Have I forgotten to scan something and end up in the bag? Yeah, it happened a couple times. But not like recently, and I can't even think. I just know it's happened. So, but I'm a very honest person.